Hi, Shaneil. Thank you for passing through to Slick Entertainment on behalf of the entire team. We appreciate your presence.
Thank you.
Now let's get straight into it.
Yeah.
For the real Shaneil Muir fans, they can recall the recognition in music started in 2016. When you were a contestant in the Magnum Kings and Queens of Dancehall competition. But for those who don't know, can you tell us who is Shaneil Muir? Where is she from?
Of course, for those who don't know, top girl Shaneil Muir is from Montego Bay. So I represent for the west side mostly. But yes, I'm from Montego Bay. I'm born and raised. But I migrated to the US after a few years to live with family. But music has always been there from Mobile, high school, everywhere, back in a foreign, everywhere. So chase the dream, chase the music. But yeah, that's Shaneil Muir.
Interesting. Now, can you tell us about that period in your journey in music, the transition from Jamaica to the US?
Absolutely. I've been doing music for a very long time. When I was younger, I used to not write music, but sing at funerals, weddings, stuff like that in the church. So my musical journey started really from a tender age. Eventually, after leaving high school and everything, I went to live with my dad in California. So actually, the year before I left, I was in the Magnum Kings and Queens competition, season 9, with some wonderful contenders. And that journey actually was really, 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 really such a wonderful, epic time of my life. And moving to the States was definitely something that was beneficiary for me in terms of employment and in terms of bettering myself, and it was a good move, I should say. In regards to the music and moving there, it was pretty hard for me to do dancehall / reggae music in California at the time because I didn't have a lot of people that I knew in and around the place that I was. So I drove from California to New York, where it's more Jamaicans were in more majority in that section of the States. So I didn't stop doing music just because I wasn't in a place physically, geographically, to do it how I wanted to. But I definitely drove 2,000 something miles to chase the dream, and it was a learning process. There, I made a lot of mistakes, in the system of growing into the business. But I learned from that, and when you learn some things like that, you learn to apply it to going further in the business itself.
Interesting. So you mentioned Magnum Kings and Queens and your amazing experiences, but I want to know, do you ever encounter people who remember you from those days?
Absolutely. People always, there are a lot of people who remember me from Magnum Kings and Queens because they will start listening or they'll see me and they'll be like, you look really familiar. I know I've heard your name before because I've used my name from then. And it's actually also my real name. And I've used my name in Magnum Kings and Queens and they were like, your name looks really familiar. And I think I know your voice from somewhere. And it would just click to them. You were in Magnum, sometimes they're mistaking you for other competitions, but it was Magnum Kings and Queens. And I do have fans that have been supporting me from then till now.
All right. So coming out of Magnum Kings and Queens, did the exposure of the transition to being a recording artist any easier?
It has been, and it was a stepping stone to where I am right now. And I'm completely grateful for every crew member, every talent, and all the judges that were on the competition while I was there. It really was an upliftment for me. It gave me a lot of exposure, and it taught me so much that I needed to know at that point to move forward. And being critiqued by the wonderful judges that were there, and to see other talents and to learn to work with other talents, because this music industry, it's not just you alone, it's a whole big slice of cake and everybody has to get their slice. So you just have to know how to work with people, and the whole fact of working on a live stage was really an eye-opener, because you have to know how to gravitate to that and to learn to grab your audience, not only with your lyrics, but also with your performance and the way you maneuver yourself on a stage. And always have to remember to deliver a message as well, because if you're doing music and you don't have a message, no matter what the message is, nobody not gonna receive it. So it really taught me a lot.
Very true. There was a lot of talent on the stage with Clip. It was also evident that you had a knack for writing. How did you develop your writing technique? Is it self-taught or you learn from others?
I will say it's like a 80-20. It's self-taught, and then the 20 would be learning a lot from others, because you obviously, to have knowledge, it's passed down from someone else, because experience teaches knowledge, teaches knowledge. And I taught myself a lot. I have to give that to myself, because from high school, from writing little poems and writing little gimmick here and there to, turning it into something more, going through life, experiencing more, I learned to put that into music and put it into notes and put it into melody and make music from it. So it's like telling a story, no matter what kind of story, whether it's a joke, whether it's about family, whether it's about pain, whether it's about losing a friend, whether it's about losing your man, whether it's about something. But it's all about telling a story and putting that into rhythm for me. So I did teach myself a lot from there, and learning from others who have been in the business, seeing how they strategically put their words together and create this masterpiece. I have to acknowledge that as well.
You mentioned learning from others. So who are some of your musical influences?
All right, so I'm a very wide listener, meaning I listen to a lot of different genres of music, but I listen to a lot of Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, in the R&B soul side, and I listen to a lot of older, like back in the day music, a lot of Morgan Heritage. I listen to Beres Hammond, Bob Marley. When it comes to the dancehall part of it, I listen to a lot of Tanya Stevens. Love the craft of her writing. So we're talking about writing, all right, melody and writing. So with that, placing everything that I've learned and from other people's writing and the way that they create their music, definitely has some form of touch to mine as well.
Okay. So Magnum King and Free gave you the exposure.
Yeah.
You got world's attention in 2020 for the release 3D. Were you actively recording and releasing music during that time?
I was actually, and that's around the time when the outbreak started, and I had more time to write and to record than before, because I was working at Hilton actually, and I was doing the night shift, so it was a red eye type of vibe. I would go to work like 10:30, get off at 8 a.m., and I would just sleep through the day and then repeat the same thing every day. So when that came in and I was laid off work, I had more time to do more writing and to record more, and to actually observe the business and observe the music and the platform at the time. And when Papa Dan sent me the rhythm there, I was like, yeah, the rhythm did have a buzz. And he was like, you know what, see where you can get on it and see where you can write and see where you can come up with. So when he did, I actually made the beat. I was at home, I didn't have work or anything, and I made the beat, and yeah man, it come to me on 3D and everybody was loving it. Everybody was loving it, and it really showed me that, there's more to it than what I was doing at the time.
So Magnum Kings and Queens gave you the exposure, but you got the world's attention when you found 3D in 2020. Were you actively recording and releasing music during that time?
Yes, I was actively recording and releasing music, because I think I was given time due to the pandemic, which had started at the time. And I was working previously, but up until that time, I was laid off work. So I had a whole lot of time now to really meditate and to write more music. So I was actively writing at the time when I wrote 3D. When Papa Dan sent me the rhythm, and I was at home, not really doing anything. So I had the space to create, and there I did. 3D was there. Yeah.
All right, so on a personal life, COVID-19 has affected all of us. How are you coping mentally?
Well, first, let me say my condolences to anyone who has lost someone from this pandemic. And right now, I think that it's kind of a holdback because the place is on lockdown, and we know how the dancehall or even the music industry really works. So we know it's all about the outing and all about the dances and all about the street dance and the clubs and everything. So with that being minimized right now, it's kind of like a holdback. But I have to say, it really was a blessing in disguise for me. I can speak for myself because during this pandemic was when a lot of people started to listen to Shaneil Muir, and gave me the opportunity to expand my brand and to establish myself more to a more open market.
Again, on your personal life. On the available bachelors out there who would like to know, are you off the market?
What do you call off the market?
Are you single?
If I'm single, no, I'm not. Jesus, when me get one man them eat me now, eh? You want him to eat me? No, but let me tell you, okay, go ahead. I'm not going to dig a hole for myself. No, man, me not dig no hole for myself today. No. I'm about to dig two. Me not dig one.
So let's move on then.
Yeah.
Outside of the music, what are some of your hobbies?
I'm a family-oriented person. I love to be around my family. I love go river. I love swim. And if I'm not doing music, what am I doing? I love swim, right? See, I love swim, but yeah, water. I love to watch movies. I love to read. Reading is something that's essential for me. I think that I enjoy reading. I enjoy descriptive books and stuff like that. I also love to eat good food, Jamaican good food. Exactly, from the reading, yeah.
All right, so can you tell us one fun fact about yourself outside of what you just mentioned?
I have no sense, yeah. That's the fun thing, but I don't really have no sense. But honestly, I always try to be a jovial person, and people, some people might say artists and we feel like them can't approach them and them stuck up. I'm not that person. Be careful how you approach me, But yeah.
No running.
Yeah, no running. Be careful, yeah.
So, what's your preference? I'll give you some options and you tell us your preference. This or that. You prefer a lace wig or sew-ins?
Can't mix it to them.
All right.
Mix the lace to the sewing. Tag shoot. Yeah.
Sneakers or heels?
Give me sneakers any day. Why no? Talk. If I were to. Can't manage me someday, man. Me for wear with numbing cream and me I wear heels and give me sneakers any day. I'll rock a sneakers with a dress. Talk to me.
All right.
I'll have my wedding day.
Okay. Alright, so you love to eat. If you had to choose stew peas with pig's tail or oxtail?
Oxtail.
Any day or just Sunday?
Any day.
Alright.
As long as it cook good. Season, talk through it. Right there, so oxtail any day.
We noticed that you go live sometimes 3 or 4 times for the week. Is that a strategic move for your career, or is that Shaneil being Shaneil?
Else I just stop y'all think that, fans them. Basically, that's how it started. And that was it wasn't something strategically done. But obviously, doing it after a while, I get to understand that it's also a part of the business. This is now networking. This is being social. This is being connecting with my fans. So it is work, but my work I have passion for it. I love it. And I love what I do. So I don't just see it as work. I see it as, connecting with my fans and, promoting myself as well.
Top Girl.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from?
Sir, Top Girl, when I think about it, because, most people have girl in a sense where it's disrespectful, and that I can understand, but it's also a word from our native language. And I wanted to use it in a positive sense where I don't want to left out the Jamaican out of me. So at the end of the day, I simmer it down a little with the top in front of it. So you can't just look for me and come call me girl, because no girl not there, so me a top girl. There's a difference. You understand? Top of the top. Yeah. So no little girl can run up for me and them something them and a girly means a top girl. Right.
Alright, more in the music. What are some projects can the fans look for in 2021? Any collaborations?
Yes, I have a few collaborations coming out. One of which is with Progress. I have one coming out with Squash. I have a remix coming up with Invasion. Them man, you wicked, them wicked, them wicked. I will talk about that sooner or later. But yeah, I have a few more. I have some that I'm looking forward to that are not yet in play. But I have some collaboration I want to do in the international scene, more outside of Jamaica, more outside of the comfort zone. But I have a lot of work. I have a lot of unreleased music. I'm working on my album at this time. I'm getting ready to get into that groove. So yeah, album will be in the making very shortly. So there's a lot to look forward to from Shaneil Muir. The work not stop yet, so it just journey just start.
Can we get a sneak peek of them man are wicked?
You never tell me about your woman, but you never ask. So you really mean for tell me say you wouldn't talk? True, me find out about your girl, them want to say me had the problem. Think you were me better off, but me better off without you. Come on now, wicked memories for doubt you. Remember say you introduced me to your cousin as your cousin, now your cousin tell me say you wanna know. Cause them man you wicked, them wicked. Yeah, wicked. Know I go already, wicked. Can't prove it. Can't prove that man them wicked, alright, that's so.
Can we look for any reggae projects?
Absolutely. That's the thing with Shaneil Muir. I'm not just put myself in a box where me have to only go look on 4, 5, 6 corner. You understand? I want to be able to expand myself in different genres of music, different ways, different means. So when it comes to reggae, I'm also a singer, sing J. So definitely we have some projects coming out on the reggae scene as well. Because, just stop a dancehall. Multi-talented over there. Yeah.
If you were to give young artists watching this some advice from your experience thus far, what would you leave with them?
Believe, and you have to remain firm and strong in it. Whatever you're doing, not even just being an artist, but you have business, the business world. Because it's not only about music, it's also about the business aspect. So make sure you learn the business. Not only just work on your craft as in your talent and the singing and the lyrics, but learn about the business part of the music, because that's where your earnings come from. That's where you create yourself, and you maneuver yourself into a brand and establish yourself firmly in the business itself. Learn about the business, learn what the benefits are, learn the disadvantages, learn, acknowledge, and apply. Right, so.
Solid advice. Solid. The last year you released songs like Pain, Toxic, Loyalty, Same Guy, and Yamabella. Most of your songs have a lot of emotions behind them. But to date, Yamabella is that song, especially for the ladies. Can you drop a piece of the chorus and the verse and give us a breakdown of the inspiration behind the song?
Of course. Cause them girl, they are really Yamabella. Yeah. Me a top girl. And me never born in a lace wig. And me still shop at DDs. Me still shop at Macy's. No go serve no places. Me a girl, but I fry no for link. And me no fry no for face. Young girl no for careless. And if I know your size, don't wear it. And if I know your price, don't claim it. You better buy where your money can buy. Put some in your savings. Woman feel have confidence. And you feel learn to depend on yourself. The only could 9 to 5, me darling. Can't lick your chick on Friday morning. Some no don't use conscience. Rather buy here before them buy bed. Cock up in a man car before you put your kids before you. Big stink in your head. What a good thing. Me no live to impress people. I will never ever live to impress people. And me don't know how to live to impress people. Yeah, sleek live your life. Talent over high, yeah. Talent over hype. Them girl they are really a mabella. Me I talk about the girl them wanna know for prioritize. Me I talk about the girl them will put anything over themselves. Before them get up and do business and something with the little money where them have, them want to get up and look good for people. Man, not depend that. I rather wear everything what I have in my closet and go on out there with my plans them and do the right thing so I can set a foundation for the future, for the kids that want to come up with the future, them something there, than for waste time. A lot of these ladies have so much talent, have so much time, and they're wasting it on the wrong things. And that me I talk about, me I want them something, I not depend them something there. Woman fi have confidence, meaning, and let me touch that topic, it's very delicate and it's a very sensitive topic, but listen to me now. You see, a lot of us are blinded and confused by the media and what the media portrays to be beautiful and sexy, and it kills a lot of confidence. So when I say woman if you have confidence, that's what I'm talking about. Appreciate your natural characteristics and your qualities and your physical appearance in terms of that. And I want instill that in the woman, they make them know, so listen, not because you don't look like certain kind of people or a certain top celebrity means you're not beautiful in your own sense. Everybody's different. So that me I talk about. Them something I like to highlight. Them something I talk about.
Alright, so you're at sleep once it's hot, cool, and trendy. We say it's certified sleep. What makes you certified sleep?
Me no want come back, come here hot girl. And everybody know me a top girl. But I tell no girl fi go over more further. More me better Cali king size. I'm a pillar them a top brand. That's why me a sleek. Them don't know about me.
Alright, so can you tell the fans where you can reach out and people, just general people in general?
Absolutely. So I am a verified Instagrammer. So you can follow me on Instagram at Shaneil Muir, which is spelled ShaneilMuir. I have a Vivo channel which you can subscribe to, so you can be notified of any new upcoming music or anything, any videos or anything that's going on there at Shaneil Muir Vivo. I am on Twitter at I am Shaneil Muir. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Shaneil Muir. It's 1L. Oh yeah, I'm on TikTok. So I'm on TikTok, guys. You can follow me at Shaneil Muir as well. And, once you follow me on Instagram, that's where I'm mostly active. You can see my lives. You can, turn on your post notifications so you can see any recent posts or any events that are coming up. So yes, definitely. Shaneil Muir, you Google me, you will find me anywhere, my love.
Right, that's it.
Yep.
Thank you again for passing through.
Thank you so much for having me at Sleek. Bless up on yourself.